are in another live stream. This is going to be a chat only, but I will take a few minutes to start the chat up. So let's do that. Let's begin the conversation and kind of continue what we started in the other stream with our good man Partha. He was, he and Angel are so generous with their time and their knowledge, but they also know that they are on a mission. They're on a mission to educate and to lead and to grow the minds and spirits of many. So I get to participate in that mission. I'm very grateful for the ability to know them and to be able to make them connect across the globe with amazing people such as yourself. And they speak at another level that I just have a hard time getting in right there. So thankfully Partha just puts it in such a simplistic mode and puts a bunch of breadcrumbs out there so you can kind of follow it and not just he hit you with something huge and amazing and then you're like, boom, laid out. There we go. Let's get you there. Let's get you there. And then Angel just goes in, boom, just lays a bunch of stuff out and like, boom, knocks you out. So we are very, very, very blessed to have them in conversation and then in the chats afterwards. And so much fun to be with. Hey Graham, Nemesis, thank y'all for rejoining the chat. A lot of changes are happening with the project. Facebook is going to be busy, and then Twitter, and we have a presence on Instagram, but we're not going to engage in that dumpster fire. And Epic's in the house, so we are golden. It's going to be interesting. So we're looking at June 11th for something interesting in the news. This is coming from Q Personnel, and we also have dear Lord, Instagram, and we also have a lot of discussions from the Q about the 11th, and then we have the 21st, and we're going to pull together an online party for the 21st to bring in the Age of Aquarius. And for the musical bunch, we're going to try to do the Age of Aquarius as and see if we can cobble something together online. So thanks again, Epic, for all the hard work, getting everything, the heavy lifting started for our online presence. You still got work to do there. And we have enough material in our vault now and in our library that we can go ahead and start talking to other people, bringing them in and educating them and doing our mission. You foiled the grammar police. I was about to put my baton out and you know how we are in America about police violence and abuse. A lunar Aquarian. What a soul. It was a mirage of writing. He took quill to parchment. All right, guys, I am going to get some dinner. And does anybody have any questions? We're establishing our online presence. We're getting a Patreon account going, and we're going to continue this investigation and any other avenues that anybody wants to investigate as well. We're doing 2 shows a day, and that's what we're doing. 2 shows. We're bringing information to the people. Yeah, I heard the word TikTok in a comment. That's got to be interesting. What have I done? It must have been a cat bowl. It must have been some kind of cat bowl event. Sorry you missed it, Nemesis. Yeah, I gave you a few shout outs. Jinx, you owe me a Coke. Andrew, we thought the same thing. Somebody was again abusing the cat bowl. All right, I'm going to get some dinner. I will be back on in a little while to give a toast. But I was supposed to pick it up last night. It's one of those chicken and wine. God, this guy makes the best effing chicken and wine that I've had in decades, man. The only person that made a better chicken and wine was my mom. So I got to get that thing. It was ready for me yesterday, and I forgot all about it. I know he didn't throw it out on me. We don't do that here in fishing villages. All right, so keep the chat going. I'll be back in probably about a half hour, 45 minutes or so. And you know what comes up now, because I'm about to head on out. Think good thoughts, do good deeds, and say good things. So we'll be back.
us inside our hearts and bones. No breath or fear or white mountains sheer and quell the call of home. There's no heart that is quite as bright as a flame that flickers free. Though many roads lay outside of my door, there is but one that calls to me. So far, yet always with us, inside our hearts and bones. So soft the call of home.
So I kind of pop in and I see the word orgasm. Is this a chat I want to engage in? When do we start talking about orgasms? All right, let's talk about orgasms. Yeah, here we are, back to the final round and the toast of the evening. Thank you for sticking around. Thank you for all the great conversation we're having. Look at that transition effect. Fancy, fancy. We are working hard for you. That's what we're doing here on the Breadcrumbs Project. It's a team effort. Thank you everybody for all the work that you do and all the stuff that comes out of our incredible sessions. So without further ado, Arnate, a great Rioja, and a fabulous wine that y'all are already familiar with. Got some more gear coming in tomorrow to make sure the mixer that I bought is going to work appropriately, and if it does work, then I'll give you a behind-the-scenes photo of our technological marvel that's growing in live streaming. I started this channel out doing videos and production videos, and it took hour to shoot, 30 minutes, hour to shoot, then 2 to 3 hours of editing and putting it all together and uploading. And I mean, it takes 5 to 6 hours just to produce a simple 15-minute video, maybe even up to 7 hours. We're here, we just do the production on the fly, some lessons learned, but still the point is done and the video is produced and the knowledge is shared. Hi Nemesis, hello Epic, hi Tabitha, hello CJ. All this about orgasms. It must have been okay because Epic didn't come down and put you in timeout. Ozan Z, didn't quite make it. Sorry about that. Hey, Transform. Hi, Robert. Hope you got a chance to email Partha, Robert Harris. Anybody else in the house that I missed? The usual evening suspects. So tightening up our game, our video game, our video production game, and going to go start talking to more people because what we've compiled is noteworthy and requires some attention. And just like we had some people come in today who are like, I don't know anything about what this is about. I came from TikTok. Well, I mean, if someone's a TikTok person, they're not going to be a Breadcrumbs Project person. If somebody is a Q person, then there's a chance to be a Breadcrumbs Project person. But one of the things that the Law of One makes really clear is that elevation is going to happen, but not everybody is selected for harvesting. He is very busy. He is very busy. And one of the things he does when anybody that asks him a question, he gives you the benefit of thinking about the question you ask before giving an immediate answer, unless it's a patent question that people ask again and again and again, or statements that people make again and again and again. But if you don't hear back from him in a while, then he's giving your question the consideration is due. All you breadcrumbers, thank you so much for sticking around and help building this project. As I say, we're going to get busy in a little while. Cheers. Where's Captain Realist? He's absent without leave. I don't remember him requesting leave for tonight. Yes, I would definitely say that that Parth and I are the Indian version of Rick and Morty. Oh, cool. All right, so you guys found a series. More research. That's good stuff. Slanche. Oh, yeah, I've heard about that. Robert, you have my permission to ask Partha whatever you'd like to ask him. He is about as open-minded as a person as you can get. I could probably ask him something so embarrassing, he'd be like, "Oh, that's fine. I'll answer your question. That's great." So, Godspeed. Now, the time is short, and questions need answering in a quick manner. So, definitely ask your question, and so that Partha can ponder it and give you the best answer possible. Yes, if I haven't done if I haven't toasted y'all with wine, the night's not over. The day's not over yet. So, if you didn't see the wine, if you didn't see the cat bowl, if you didn't see the flying cat bowl, then I'm coming back at least one time. What is that? It's a UFO. Is that what we're seeing? That's close to the sun? No, it's a cat bowl. Cheers, Michelle. Nemesis, you've done an admirable job. You have done an admirable job of holding forth court and maintaining good order and discipline. Better than most. It is the sacred cat grail. It's a grail, I tell you. A grail. It ain't over till a cat bowl comes out, girl. True words never spoken. Tabitha, we've got loads of solutions. You got a big old globe next to the sun generating EMPs that's raising the frequency of mankind. And for those that are red pilled, we're okay with it. Those of us who are practicing meditation and growing our own spirit and our own spirituality will probably do well with what's coming. Those that are in the blue pill community are having a hard time now. It's going to get harder for them. Robert, you may want to talk to Angel. Send Partha an email. But Angel is a spiritual healer. Angel is a Reiki master, and Angel knows how to deal with an event like yours. So talk to Partha, email him, give him some background, and let him know that my suggestion is to bring Angel into this, and she can give you a very strong reading and a great indication of what's going on. Fixing broken people is the chore. That is the great challenge of the golden age that comes in the age of Aquarius. It's not a simple fix at all. These are broken souls. You're welcome, Robert. You're welcome, and you'll find peace and comfort and understanding. You're undertaking a very powerful journey. Tabitha, I understand that, and I am very empathetic. But you can only focus on your own soul and elevating that vibration. You can only be a beacon in the night. You cannot help another soul. Especially the more damaged they are and the more evil they are, they'll do more damage and evil to you than you can in helping them. The one thing you can definitely do and have to do and are obligated, because it is your soul and you're the curator of it, is to pay attention to it and make sure it stays elevating. And as you elevate, you attract. And you attract negative and positive. So you have to be wary of who you help and who you open yourself up to. Yeah, something like Reiki can be very powerful, and something can go wrong, you know? Good intentions are just that, good intentions. When you're messing with powerful powers, you can throw imbalance. And negativity can enter, evil can enter. The law of one, and Ra speaks of that very much, and they had several struggles with negative entities that wanted to enter into their circle. Just because you do Reiki with good intentions doesn't mean you're doing it right, and doesn't mean you can't do damage. Tabitha, I think you've already communicated with Angel, but if you haven't talked to her about this yet, I would definitely talk to her about this. There'll be some affirmations. There'll be some things that you should do, and probably some dietary measures. But this can be something that can be addressed, Tabitha. This is not a broken situation. Really focus on your soul. Strengthen your own soul, and you'll be a beacon to those who are actually seeking help and are lost. Let the dead bury the dead. Amen, sister. Yeah, on top of that, Reiki is an ongoing experience, like yoga. Yoga isn't something you do just one time. You know, Tibetan practices, you don't just do a Tibetan ritual and you're done. When you engage in something like that, especially with something like that, you have to continue the practice. Cheers, guys, all y'all. Man, we do good work in here. And what do y'all think? Cool transitions? No sound problems, no issues, good music. We got stuff going on here. This is a quality operation, people. Yes, this is exciting. And building up the social media with Eric's help and Epic's help, and everybody else's help. I think, as I said this week, we have good product to get out there, and we're going to be doing it. No gremlins today, no. God, they were just brutal yesterday. Oh, that was brutal. But I learned a lot, and I'm a better engineer for it. Actually, right now I'm a technician. I'm at a technician level with with live streaming, sound, and camera work and all that. Speaking of which. $93 in New York State? What the hell are you talking about? What are you saying? No. No, it does not get 93 degrees in New York State. Oh, no. No, that's typo. Yep, you have to be Peter for yourself. Good point, CJ. Yeah, June, no. In India, did you see Partha and Angel? Bless her heart, night before last, it was so hot in India, Angel and her family couldn't sleep at night. So temperatures are definitely way off all over the world. Way, way, way off. Here in Spain, in northern Spain, it's cool. It's like 50 degrees. Let me make sure. Let's see. It is 16 degrees Celsius in Fahrenheit. 60 degrees. 60 degrees, 16 degrees Celsius. Very nice, very pleasant, very, very cool. Very not seasonal for here. Way too cold. Colorado got a bunch of snow in June? What in the world? Oxygen mask and plane. Good way to put it, Michelle. Yeah, Epic. You blistered. You blistered when those days over here in Spain we hit the 30s. No, it's the diminished magnetic shield. It's the reason we see the sun so bright. It's the reason we see the moon so bright. It's the reason we see the moon and the sun in the wrong places. It's not that they're mucking about with weather. It's just the magnetic shield has been so reduced. And we've made a bunch of observations, Michelle, both Partha and I, that the weather is going to be sporadic as long as the magnetic shield is so weakened. Heavy-duty lightning storms, heavy-duty rainstorms, just incredible weather. No, they is, whoever has that globe next to our sun and has the UFOs in control of all of these things. So they're not messing with the weather per se. It's just the magnetic shield has made our weather very volatile. Now, Robert, is that standard? Is that normal? Is that high or low for Kilowana? Oh, well, Nemesis, that's pretty nice. Did anybody were the sheep rounded back up? I saw there was an escape of sheep. Did they get rounded back up? Cheers. Slashe. No. The powers that be right now are just hanging on for dear life. Right now, they're just hanging on for, if they're aware of what's happening and they are the they of the they, then they're like, oh, this is the big one. So they're just hanging on. Yeah, I mean, this is the biggie. This is what the whole this past 25,000 years is about. So if it's anybody that's in the know or has any power, especially to manipulate weather, they know about that effing globe that's next to the sun. They know about that other winged creature that's next to the sun. They know about all the UFOs and all this stuff, and they are just waiting to see what in the hell, how this rolls out. Thank you, Alchemy. Love and light to you. And blessings from the on behalf of the one creator. I love little sheep. Little bass, little bass. That's the one thing. I never got my border collie to work actual sheep, and he would have been just so brilliant at it. Hopefully here in Spain I can get another border collie and then find some sheep to work. As far as buffering, I am not having any buffering issues at the technical end here. Like if you remember last week, I was screaming, lagging, I'm so sorry, I'm so sorry. I got all those issues fixed, and I'm also watching the feed on my iPad, and no lagging there either. So it's all good on my side. Oh God, my border collie would herd anything. My border collie would herd me and my girlfriend at the time. It's like, dog, I know where I'm going. I don't need you to push me around and push me in that direction. I am going in this direction. I know the ball and the toy and the food is in that direction, but I'm going in this direction. And he would push on me and push on me. It was so funny. It was just so funny. And he would hurt us. Yes, Michelle, that would cause a little bit of lagginess because all those windows they're probably connected to the internet, so they're all pulling requests individually and taking processor space. The more windows you have open, the more processor space it'll take. Oh, Nemesis, you're living the farm life. You are a country girl, as we would say in the South. Cheers to all you and your little critters and herds and wee beasties. Well, yes, she's on a fame. She's on the Breadcrumbs Project. Multitasking. The one thing I'm really shit at. Multitasking and time zones. I can do one thing mediocrely well. I can do 2 or 3 things at a time incredibly poorly and do all 4 of them lousily. Oh, that's even better. When you have pretend animals that you're not actually responsible for and have to, like, you know, be responsible for, those are the best kind of animals to have. Like kids, nieces and nephews, grandchildren, they're great. Have a great time with them, and then like, here, it's yours. I got to go. Bye. Oh man, and working the business. Good. I'm glad we're entertainment and not distracting you, Michelle, from being a great capitalist. Outside critters are the best. I love dogs, cats, way more than I like people. Lizard possums. They're opossums in the South. Dogs are better than people. Oh, the seagulls are going wild tonight. I don't know what's going on. All right, guys, so we are planning to have an online party for bringing in the new age, the age of Aquarius. So prepare what you have to do, chips, dips, whatever's going on. Send pictures of what your party space is going to look like. But the 21st, all day, it's going to be a party. All right? So we'll start the 20th and celebrate all the way through. Get ready for the age of Aquarius. Beware of the 11th. 11 in the room. 1111, such an important number for us. But 11 here. Remember 611. There's supposed to be something in the news that we are supposed to be aware of. Hi, Emma. She claims fun ownership of them, but she's not responsible for them, which is the best way to be in life. Yeah, 11 in the room. 1111 is your number. So, very powerful. So remember, the 21st, 10 days after the 11th day of the month, we're going to have ourselves a little soiree, a little party. How about that? 11 is the house for Aquarius. Booyah! Yes, 11222222 is Nemesis' number. Very, very cool. So 611 and 613 might have things happening. We are getting exciting around here, people. The age of Aquarius. 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 You know, that's such a crazy thing about all that. The fifth dimension became the fifth dimension before they even knew about the song Aquarius. And then they just happened to work with the writers of that song and that song was developed with them. And if you listen to the words of that song, holy cow, it'll give you the willies. Hey, Graham. Wow, letter X is the age of Aquarius, Partha. Yeah, the way it's represented, you're absolutely right. You're absolutely. I've learned some stuff, people. I have learned some things. Okay, here comes Alchemy dropping the numbers on us, dropping the little gems. You go vibe it, girl. You go vibe that thing. We have learned some great stuff. X is the crossing. Very good point. And Oak Island. I don't know if anybody's been following the Oak Island thing. That is fascinating with all the signaling and all the astrology that has come through with all of that. Oak Island in Canada, which is a History Channel show, and that's all fascinating because it's built on the finding and the functionality of that island is built on astrology, and it was done during the times of Shakespeare, and which is actually the time of Sir Francis Bacon and Lord Oxford. Oh, Michelle, no, they're finding stuff. You have to get current with this season. They have found stuff, and they have found fascinating things. Stuff that goes back to the time of Sir Francis Bacon, and at the proper depths and levels. So next year they're going to find it. And basically, what is the treasure of Oak Island, and probably no longer remains, are the Shakespeare manuscripts. That's the great treasure of Oak Island, are the original Shakespeare manuscripts that were preserved in Mercury and buried deeply, but the wooden chest and the metal chest that it was built in is since disintegrated, it appears. But they found a lot of remnants. Fascinating. Fascinating. That's all right. You got the internet. YouTube it. YouTube is filled with Oak Island this year. Don't worry about last year. Just do Oak Island this year, Michelle, and YouTube will take care of you. Way to go, Robert. This is the first time Alchemy has ever said, I don't know. Much less, I don't know what that means. Holy, that's a good one. Yeah, I live on YouTube as well. I gave up on network TV 2 decades ago. And I've only been getting my TV from the internet. I was watching Netflix up until last year, when it just got so it just became network TV. It's just disgusting, filthy, and nothing worthwhile. But there's some good stuff to binge watch there, especially Firefly. That's where I caught Firefly. That was best show ever, Firefly. And I'll fight you on that one. Epic, Nemesis, anybody comes in here makes fun of Firefly, out of here. Robert, I did not know about that, about the sun. Holy cow. That's cool, brother. I didn't know about that either, CJ. That's cool. But yeah, Netflix now is just absolute. I feel dirty when I was going through all the movies. Wasn't it, Michelle? And I have to sit on the end of that and take all that in and pretend to know what they're talking about, because it's just like 10 minutes into Parth, and my fuse has already went. Data! Data 1B4, how are you? Good to see you. A lot's going on, my friend. A lot is going on. We've been following the increase of the vibrations of the planet, and we thought the CMEs and the EMPs would be coming from the comets, but as you know, NASA has been giving us shit data and playing the game. My heart's broken. I no longer trust NASA, but we understand what the greater game going on is they're covering up the great event that's coming. So I don't know if you're familiar with Wages World or not, Data, but go to his channel, Wages World, and they've been tracking a large globe that sits off of the sun, and that's what's been generating all these CMEs and EMPs off the sun. And a lot of the comets that have been coming around have been falling into the sun without NASA telling us. A lot is going on, Data. Thanks for popping in. Good to see you. And yeah, and some of the people in the channel are like, well, Data says this, and Breadcrumbs says that, and Igor says this over here, and you guys aren't saying the same. We're not supposed to say the same thing. We do different research. We respect each other. I mean, I have great respect for Igor, and I have great respect for Data. I don't know if they've had the respect for me, but we do different research. We do not do hive mind thinking. I don't go over to Data's channel and say, what did Data say today? Okay, that's what I'm going to say in my channel today because I want to be like him. And what did Igor say? Okay, I'm going to parrot what Igor says. No, we do our own research. We come to our own conclusions. And sometimes we get together with some of our colleagues and go, this is what we see. What do you see? Wow, we were doing something else, but this looks interesting. Let's pursue this line of research. You know. Oh, LASCO. Yes. Yes, you did see something weird from that. I mean, NASA is cutting so much feed. But if you go to the Schumann data, go look at the Schumann resonance tool and the activity that it's showing and the frequencies that are building out are just impressive. Impressive. Again, Wages World is doing yeoman's work on this. If you watch his videos for the last 3 weeks, you're going to be like, boo. Definitely confirmation of UFOs, no doubt about it. A huge UFO sitting off the side of the sun. There's another one smaller that has some wings off of it and an orb in the middle that does a 28-day rotation. So it has an orbit. It orbits the 28-day orbit of the sun. So we have a lot of UFO activity. As you know, the federal government has acknowledged that there are UFOs, the U.S. Navy, Trump, and it all goes hand in glove with what Bob Lazar's been saying for the last 30 years, bless his heart. So, anybody that's been mocked for saying they're UFOs, they're owed a big old apology by everybody who's made fun. Oh, I didn't know that about Idaho. Thanks, Data. Yeah, Data, you got a bunch of fans in here. So a bunch of the folks that are in this room are subs of yours, either before or after, because we are big fans of your work. And as everybody in this group knows, and Data, the mainstream media just feeds us garbage every day. NASA's feeding us garbage and JPL, but they have to. That's part of their plan. That's part of their thing, and we have to be hidden from the things that come. But the sun is not right. It's too bright. The moon is not in its right place any night. For most folks, it's wandering, and if you do look at the moon now, it's too white, it's too bright, it's too powerful. All the stars they're too twinkly. It used to be just stars were off there, little white dots at the end. Now you look at stars, and they're all super shiny, and that's because we've lost our magnetic shield. So the sun has moved position because of the decreased denseness of our magnetic shield. There's the reflection or the refraction of the sun. Actually, the refraction of the sun has lessened, so the sun has actually moved northward. One of our fellows of the Crum, Michelle Wise, in upstate New York data, has 92 degrees Fahrenheit in upstate New York. They are cooking. They don't get 90 degrees in upstate New York, man. New York dies in that kind of weather. The whole state does, city and state. So, and especially in June. So, great events are happening. The sky is talking to us, and we no longer fear a catastrophic event. We're getting EMPs, tons of them every day, powerful ones, some of the strongest CMEs, coronal mass ejections that we've ever witnessed, and they've hit our planet with them, but it's not doing any damage to any equipment. It's not doing damage to our electrical system. So we have good information to work off of, because we've been hit with these coronal mass ejections since the 28th. We had our first warning from Wages the 25th that 3 days we're getting a big coronal mass ejection, and we were like braced and waiting. And the 29th we were like, whoa, okay, nothing happened to us. But Wage was seeing that the vibrations on the Schumann were starting to escalate and elevate, and then we'd be getting large distortions every 24 hours on the Schumann as well. So lots happening. Yeah, there's a lot of questions, Data. Oh, cool. I'm glad you stopped by and watch often. Man, drop me an email at the Breadcrumbs Project if there's anything I can help you with, Data. But also, I understand that it best thing to keep our streams of information and not cross contaminate, not cross pollinate. I shouldn't be going to running your channel and saying, this is what Data says and this is what I believe. Our viewers deserve our independent approach, and that we don't engage in hive mind think. And you're a seasoned reporter. I mean, you've been reporting for years now, so you can come into my project and say, all right, I want to talk about this, I want to talk about that, and fill this out. I'm not talented like that. I'm an engineer, so if I see you talk about something, I'm going to grab it, and I follow breadcrumbs, so I pick up breadcrumbs wherever I go. I'm not very neat and seasoned about how I do my thing. Again, I'm a crumb snatcher. Hey, Elf. Yeah, Partha is a very powerful creature, man. Partha is a very powerful being. His intellect is stunning. Just on computer stuff alone and what we've talked about. And just different engineering things that we've had conversations offline about. I'm like, how do you put all of that gray matter into there? Because I'm full. And you just keep on talking and talking and talking, Partha. Where's it coming from? Do you have like extra brain down your shoulder or something? Because my head hurts after 20 minutes of talking to and listening to his greatness. Thank you, Data. That means a lot to me coming from you. Thank you very, very, very much. Seriously. That does. I very much respect you and the work that you do and have done and continue to do. So thank you, guys. Wow, what a great night. What a great night. And this is something that we do work with here, Data, is astrology, spirituality, and the zodiac. We've learned so much from this Indian sage, Partha, and Angel, who is a Reiki master and quite a powerful person herself in knowledge and wisdom. That we've gone into spirituality fearlessly, and we've gone into astrology fearlessly, and we have a lot of practitioners of astrology here in the room currently, and it's just amazing to see these things, because as you know, Data, there's no such thing as coincidences. There just isn't, and all the folks in here, and so everything happens for a reason. We trust the plan, and we do our work day in and day out because we have to. We're driven to we are all driven to our missions, and we we do see the results of the work that we do. I wouldn't still be doing this if I didn't see the results of the work I was doing. Data, you wouldn't be doing it either if you didn't see the results. You'd be doing something else. We're results-driven people because we're Americans, fundamentally corrupted in that manner. But if we're doing good and we're delivering good product to our fellow human beings, then this is the work we must do. I'm not here to make anybody happy. I don't have advertisers to make happy, to keep the lights on. I have my independent source of income, and I work hard, and I can do what I do here honestly every day, and not have to be accountable to advertisers. Mainstream media is not like that. Mainstream media has to be accountable to advertisers, and they have to get clicks and views to keep their lights on. So that's why MSNBC and CNN feed their beasts of ignorance, because they're consumers of the ignorance they feed, and their advertisers get to see their eyes. I mean, it's just it's sick. Sick. But yeah, I mean, unfortunately, that's how a lot of the mainstream media is. Whoever's watching, as many people as watching, the advertisers are going to push there, and if they want results, depending on how much money they spend on a given channel, they'll exercise their power to get results. So they'll change what a channel is saying. Yeah, I don't like that attitude that your news anchor is taking, so I'll probably go ahead and take my business over here. Oh, you'll talk to that news anchor and make sure they don't say that again? Really? You'll do that for us? Really? Oh, then we ain't going anywhere. We're family. We're staying with you. Yeah, no. No, it's just something, it's just, yeah, if you could talk to them about that would be great, because, we want to stay with you. We like you guys. So yeah, if you just make sure that anchor doesn't say that again and not look at that kind of stuff, then we're good. Yeah, I'll write the check right now. Here you go. There you go, guys. Oh, absolutely, Data. You're absolutely, Hopi tradition is spot on. People are going crazy. But it's not just in the U.S. I live in Spain. I'm here in Europe. People are going nuts here too. Arguing, yelling at each other, flipping each other off. France is a mess, man. Great Britain, they're all in each other's faces. Italy, and the European Union is just about done. So that's going to be a big old pissing contest pretty soon too. So yeah, things are going to get crazy, and we're projecting about 4 or 5 years of this kind of activity, Data, and we're honestly getting a lot of this from the Q and the Q map, and Partha, Angel, and the Q map keep yielding results. So it's going to be about 3 or 4 years of this insanity going on. Best I can describe it is the people that have taken the red pill, they're laying back, they're sitting back going, y'all are just crazy. And the people that are exercising the blue pill are just crazy. Rioting. If you even say something that they don't agree with against their hive mind, they just start yelling at you in the face. So the Great Awakening is truly occurring. And it's not a sudden thing. It's an ongoing event. But the Creator kind of works like that. But yeah, the Hopi prophecy does talk about the twin stars, and the twin stars are there. The twin stars are there. Whether they were Comet and Atlas, I think I made a mistake there, Data. I think Comet and Atlas were harbingers and sent to get our attention, but ultimately they weren't the main show. The main show is the sun, and there's a second star sitting right next to the sun, generating these CMEs, just like Hopi prophecy said. And many of the eschatologies mention this. So yeah, these times are upon us, clearly. So, Data, as you probably know, if you've been watching us, a lot of the viewership are here in Europe, and Nemesis is in Northern Ireland, and you can tell she's Northern Irish because of the way she types. There's accents in the way she types. So, but she says going nuts here in Ireland too, but no change. It's always been nuts here. Hey, Epic. So we have a guest. We have a cordial guest. Epic. Epic is my co-host and co-worker in all of this, Data. Epic forever. His name is Andrew, and a hard-working lad, and keeps a tight ship. And he's my chief mod, Sergeant Major. So we're a close little tight-knit family here. Cool beans. Slash you. Well, yeah, I'm glad Data stopped in and had a visit and let himself be known. That's great. Really a fantastic channel. A hard worker. No, you're right. The video is frozen. Hmm. Let's see. All right. Thanks, guys. Is it struggling? It might be my time to sign off. Yeah, sorry about that, Data. One of my cameras froze up. I'm using, let's see, NDI technology with one of my cameras. So it froze up. It wasn't you, it was me. And just checking all my systems. Yep. All right, we're back to normal. But it is getting to be my time to sign off. It is 10:30 here in Spain in the PM, and so it is time for me to strike the tent and get things organized for tomorrow's events. So usually I come in on I start at 4:30 a.m. Washington D.C. time. And there's the cat. If y'all didn't see the cat, Emma the cat made an appearance. So I'll do my first show around 4:30 a.m. Washington D.C. time with breaking news that has to do with the end time events, and that's really what we're talking about is the end of times, Data. Not to be too heavy with it, but you know that's kind of what we're working through. The end of certainly the end of the time of Pisces and going into the age of Aquarius, which happens this month, the 21st of June. So it is an end of time of one end, but definitely we see more than that happening in and around. Wine 30. Yes, it has definitely been wine 30. And this is not a cat bowl. Please don't let Epic Forever or any of the people in here, any of the insurrectionists in this group try to convince you this is a cat bowl. This, Data, is a fine earthenware replica Roman drinking dish, a grail, if you will. And so it is earthenware, and then it has a nice, which means it's basically clay, and it's fired clay, and then it's fired again with a nice waterproof coating on it. So cheers, Data. Thank you for stopping in. Yes, Mercury's retrograde the 18th. The 21st, we have a new moon. We have an incredible alignment because Mercury is going to be in retrograde. Venus is going to be there, Jupiter, and Saturn too. And then we have the buck moon on the 21st. 21st is going to be a very important day. And Data, we're having a party here on the Breadcrumbs Project channel all day, starting the 20th and the 21st. You are certainly invited. Party hats are encouraged. God, epic. This was not Caesar's finger cleaning bowl. Good sir. Pip pip. Yay, Data. Well, thank you. We look forward to having you here. Please give our regards to everybody on your channel, and let them know that we certainly do appreciate everything you do and all the guys at your channel, all the work that they do. All right, folks, it's time to wind it down here. It is the hour of cha-cha-cha. Yes, yes, yes. Again, thank you, Data, for stopping by. It meant the world, really, it meant the world to me. And to everybody in this group that works so very hard to get that kind of call out and respect from a fellow YouTuber that we think the world of. All this channel asks of anybody is for you to do three things. Think good thoughts, do good deeds, say good things. That's part of a good life, part of practicing forgiveness, humility, and happiness. And so do those things, and it'll be a good life, you know? What can you say? So, peace, my friends.
Skies on the blood in a ranger's veins. Dive into the ocean's hope at the fading of the day. Aquatic kaleidoscope, see the colors sweep and sway. Down in the deep, deep blue, we build my world anew. Waves keep on washing over me. Swim out, down to the open. Cool are the currents of the sea. Swim out, deep into the ocean. the loaded lanes I trudge out my way. Hook the prey when you're blundering, bumbling, I come out to play. And they hate me 'cause I'm greedy, but a hero's got to eat. They whinge and whine and whimper 'cause I snatch all of the meat. They yell that I am cheap and that I undermine the rest. And they're right, you know, my prices are the best. Get wrecked. 1, 2, now I got my hooks in you. 2, send you to the cooks to stew. Chew, now I got my hooks in you. This punch, I am punch. Built a sludge. You can push and pull, but I will never budge. Meat so fresh. Lovely flesh. On these legs of lard I thought and thump and thresh. And they hate me 'cause I'm greedy, but a hero's got to eat. They whinge and whine and whimper 'cause I snatch all of the meat. They yell that I am cheap and that I undermine the rest. And they're right, you know, my price is all the best. Get wrecked. 1, 2, now I got my hooks in you. 2, send you to the cooks to stew. Chew, now I got my hooks in you. This punch. What's that instrument you've got there? A trombone? Oh, a tuba? I like tubas. Can you boil a creep in a tuba? Yummy. obscure, they wore your fame. Endure. Friends on the path of knowing are growing in your space. But wait for regret to come.
Suffocate all the light as it smothers the sun. I can tell by the moon you'll be joining me soon as a guest in my fortress of fun. And I can't wait to see you and once again free you, release from your humorous air. Someday I will replace that big frown on your face with a smile and a murderous glare. We are two of a kind, violent, unsound of mind. You're the yin to my yang, can't you see? And if I were to leave, you would crumble in grief. Face it, bats, you'd be lost without me. You'd be lost, you'd be lost. Face it, bats, you'd be lost without me. I'm just trying to show you just how well I know you. I understand just how you feel. Through your reason, no way, 'cause you had one bad day and your mind let go of the wheel. Still we're fated to battle. You pout and I prattle. Don't you ever tire of this game. But you'll not make it end, 'cause I'm your only friend. We are opposites, but we're the same. We are two of a kind, violent, unsound of mind. You're the yin to my yang, can't you see? And if I were to leave, you would crumble and grief. Face it, bats, you'd be lost without me. You'd be lost, you'd be lost. Face it, bats, you'd be lost without me. We have so many wonderful stories. I have studied the mind of this bat. A hero with no praise or glory, just his cape and his cave and his lost without me. You'd be lost. You'd be lost. You'd be lost. Fates and bats, you'd be lost without me. Titan